Failing to prepare is preparing for failure. Hey, how many times have you heard that before? I mean, that's a pretty common term, but what exactly does it mean? We talk about preparation, we talk about failure, and preparation, the way I'm looking at it, is the ability to look into the future, to have a vision of where you want to be and what you want to do, and then adequately making sure you've gotten yourself ready, you've acquired the tools, you've prepared yourself enough to be successful. Hey everyone, Dr. Jones with another weekly message, and this week I want to talk about the idea of when we get stuck. You know, oftentimes when we're going for our goals, we get stuck. We get to a part where we don't maybe know what to do, or we feel like we've hit that wall, that it just gets too hard. Yeah, it happens to all of us. But what I find is that the inability to move forward or achieve our goals doesn't really exist. I think what it is it's highlighting that we haven't prepared enough. We've run out of our preparation. Well, I mean, that sounds okay to talk about in general terms and on the grand scale of things, but what exactly do I mean by that? Well, put it to some examples. If I'm lifting and I've lifted the heaviest weight that I can possibly lift, it's not that I've actually become incapable of lifting a heavier weight. It's that I need to go back and work a little harder to build up to lift a heavier weight. If I'm trying to write something and I can't think of what to write, well, maybe I need to take a break, take a walk, collect my thoughts, and generate some new ideas or prepare to continue to write. Look, the same goes for anything you do. The same goes for budgeting your household budget. The same goes for if you want to read something, a certain amount of pages or books a year. It goes for anything you're trying to do. If you run into an area where you're stuck, it's not that you can't do it, because that's when that little voice comes into your head that's sometimes not all that little, that imposter syndrome, that person, that thing saying that, oh, I can't do this. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not strong enough to lift this weight. I'm not smart enough or creative enough to write these extra pages. And then you begin to listen to them, and then you fall short of your goal. When in actuality, all you have to do is prepare a little more, step back. That's what I do when I find that I'm having a difficult time. I step back to get those creative juices flowing. I take a little more attention and spend some more focus on the smaller steps that get me there. Because by doing that, I'm preparing to succeed. And when I do run up against that barrier, well, I find that I've got enough strength. I've got enough creativity. I've got enough know-how, smarts, wisdom, perseverance, whatever you want to call it. I've got enough of it because I've prepared for it. Well, that's all I've got for this week. I want you to take this challenge. I want you to look at something that's stopping you right now, a sticking point you have, and do that. View it as not that you're incapable. It's just that you haven't prepared enough. And then step back, prepare, and go back and smash through that barrier. I know you can do it, and it'll stop that little voice so that you can actually reach your highest level of success possible, which is higher than you even realize. As always, I appreciate you taking the time, tuning in, and listening. Make sure you take that challenge, but more importantly, be purposeful, act with integrity, and continue to build your character. You have a great day.